The author of one of the most influential books of the 20th century, Rachel Carson, was born 100 years ago on May 27, 1907, in Springdale, Pennsylvania. Silent Spring was a catalyst for the environmental movement that has changed the world over the last 50 years. Her story is well known, but there's a story behind her story of an unsung hero from Duxbury who inspired Carson to write her book. Her name was Olga Huckins, and she started a revolution with a letter to the editor about an indiscriminate aerial spraying of pesticide that killed the birds outside her Powder Point home.
The harmless shower bath killed 7 of our lovely songbirds outright. We picked up 3 dead bodies the next morning right by the door. They were birds that had lived close to us, trusted us, and built their nests in our trees year after year. The next day, 3 were scattered around the bird bath. I had emptied it and scrubbed it after the spraying, but you can never kill DDT. On the following day, 1 robin dropped suddenly from a branch in our woods. We were too heartsick to hunt for other corpses. All of these birds died horribly and in the same way. Their bills were gaping open and their splayed claws were drawn up to their breasts in agony.
Carson was always clear about the role Huckins played in the genesis of Silent Spring. She acknowledges her friend in the book and in a private letter.
You deserve credit or blame according to the point of view for having brought my attention back to this problem. I think that even you have forgotten, however, that it was not just the copy of your letter to the newspaper, but your personal letter to me that started it all. In it, you told what had happened and your feelings about the prospect of a new and bigger spraying and begged me to find someone in Washington who could help. It was in the task of finding that someone that I realized I must write the book.
Carson had cancer when she wrote the book and died in 1964, less than 2 years after it was published. Huckins lived until 1968, long enough to see the first flutterings of the environmental movement.